I admit to being diagnosed with bipolar. Therefore, I want to look at the beginning and most recent future established by Disney within the anthropomorphic genre. Conveniently, Robin Hood from 1973 is the first piece I have reviewed. Therefore, I will herald this as my initiation. You are hereby initiated into Rated Exploited. It's a primary and stark contrast in regards that it is a musical. In contrast to Zootopia, Roger Miller serves as both narrator and voice actor of Alan A. Dale, the minstrel of the film. As the story remains public domain, it's appropriate the film presents itself as a book. The prominent flair is the adaptation Disney took within this decade. This was the first time they truly delved into animalistic design. When referencing the classic era regarding Mickey, Donald, Goofy, etc., they are treated as humans. 73 is when Disney truly removed the human element. What Robin Hood established, Zootopia perfected. There are examples of both on each side of design. Marion maneuvers like a human, as you would expect from a woman in a long gown, while Alan Adale trots in the same fashion as a chicken. We also see attention to proportion, from the anatomical build of one character to the size difference according to species. At this point, I perceive the original film not as a reference, but a blueprint leading up into Zootopia. As we know, the original pitch was to use human characters within the Robin Hood setting. Upon altering into an animalistic cast, so too did the observation and implementation of bestial traits. I recall learning how Walt Disney desired to make improvements when designing Bambi in reference to Snow White. He thought hard about the animals and wanted to make them look less cartoon-like and go for a more realistic style. The animators achieved this in comparison to the white-tailed deer design to the originals depicted in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. When I regard the improvements Zootopia makes over Robin Hood, the minute detail that comes to mind is the use of extremities on each depicted animal. A definitive example is Chief Bogo, assigning individual tasks to the ZPD. Water buffalo are ungulates. In this depiction, they had the flexibility of a procyon. That is a raccoon, by the way, in its scientific noun. Robin Hood depicts its characters with hand extensions, the defining moment when Marion receives the flower ring. Looking in to the expressions depicted through emotion by each character, this is where Zootopia excels. It never bothered me that characters have minimal movement and expression from ears to tail, while these reflexes are minute. It's a breath of vitality into the urban jungle. To round off and bring full circle to the reciprocation, I hope Zootopia can inadvertently influence the remake of Robin Hood, set to debut on Disney+. This could be a manifestation by the influence of Zootopia. When I think of anthropomorphic films, nothing comes to mind that could be a direct inspiration. I would pitch Beastars as an example, but this released the same year as Zootopia. But the important thing about this movie, its achievements, is all based on illusion. A superfluous depiction convincing you from every point. I flipped through the art book. I know what I'm looking at is high quality ink bound in cardstock. It is the final product that maintains every bit of illusion. I don't think I'm looking at wireframes, 3D models, pixels on a screen played off a Blu-ray disc. The ideas, voice actors, the graphics before me, make belief into a living reality. Fictional credence. We do not know and can only perceive when our Robin remake will land on Disney+. I do interpret it won't release around the launch of Zootopia 2 on November 26th of next year. Why wouldn't Disney procure those involved with Zootopia to helm Robin Hood's new rendition? It's like hiring John Howe to draw for Magic the Gathering in the 30th anniversary, but not for the Tales of Middle-earth, based entirely off his own art and depiction. If only that was hypothetical. Yes, it actually happened. If the series and film are naturally connected, make it an ancestral forefather to Zootopia, keeping them related but independent. Robin Hood is a legend told across generations, throughout centuries, by multiple cultures. It's frequently adapted to the point it has a gamut throughout decades, from Sanrio's Carapi to Gangs of Sherwood in 2023. In my hypothesis, I want to see what Disney can do from what was established in Robin Hood to the triumphs of Zootopia in 2016. Thank you for this reflection into an anthropomorphic endeavor. I am Rokalai. I have multiple videos within this channel, Zootopia related as well as Bionicle. Be ready each Saturday evening for the newest uploads right here on Rated Exploited.